Hi everybody, it's Tina Plackinger. Welcome to my channel. Alrighty. I want to thank my friend who sent me a box of clothes. Thank you again. Voila. Okay. This is a special one. This is July 31st. You know, at the end of the months, the last day of each month, I include a personal story. And you know what's really cool about treading on serpents? The Lord has somehow blessed this book to where people find a day that touches them and they want to read it to the rest of the world, and they make a video of reading it. You know, it's just, you know, you can't plan something like that if you spend your whole life trying to. I mean, it's just something that happens, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And Swanee One still does the regular readings. He usually knows, because we stay in contact with each other. He usually knows when I've taken a week hiatus or something, you know. And then he does the same thing. When he feels the Holy Spirit move in him, he will read it. So it's just kind of cool. I've spotted it on some other channels, a few other readings of the days that touch people. But nobody can read the last days of the month, because those are personal stories. And here we go. The hardest thing has been walking the straight line and not turning villain. When I pull myself up from where I've been, despite my haters, I get to feel good about myself. After a perpetrator busted in my house through a doggy door and bullied me around, I shot off a 9mm pistol to scare him away. Since he had installed the doggy door some months earlier, he had been secretly using it to steal money and jewelry when I wasn't home. He must have installed cameras to see where I hid my father's inheritance, because he had helped himself to that too. He had been covertly drugging me while putting me on public display for scheduled feeding frenzies amongst the neighbors. They get together and watch stuff like that, and they feed off of it. With help from local deputy sheriffs, he stole the 2005 Chevy Suburban that my dad had left me, with only 13,000 miles on it. As this drug-infested demon ranted and raved at me, we fought in a knockdown fight for the pistol. After I got a hold of it, I could easily have put it to his head and pulled the trigger. I had every good reason known to man. But for a split second, I saw how pathetic he really was. A slave to the underworld. He had sold his soul just to reach a little promotion on the streets. I could not allow myself to go down with the ship. The sheriff's department deputies laughed at me whenever I called to have my pistol returned. I overheard comments from inside the criminal investigation department about how I needed shooting lessons. the deputies had fun with the fact that I shot up my house rather than the perpetrator. They didn't have a clue that my dad taught me how to shoot when I was a kid, so we could go deer hunting together. I had been shooting guns for years. They had no idea that I was one step ahead of the game by knowing that if I had shot this intruder, I would be in jail without a ticket. As a target of this insidious gang-stalking underworld, I must abide by a new set of rules. For the world's judicial system does not apply to me anymore, since my citizen rights have been taken away. It has been difficult to not act out of revenge, to not have a weak moment of acting in a way that anybody would. It has taken every ounce of strength to be bigger than my enemies and outsmart those who would love to put me away. None of which would be possible if I were not under the almighty hand of God. Today's affirmation is, I am beautiful, special, and stronger than all of them. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for allowing me to be of service in any way that I can be by reading my story to you today. God bless you. We stay in the fight. We focus on Jesus. We live one day at a time. And together, we can do this thing. Thank you.